Finally, we were having some really major difficulties there for a few minutes, but hello and welcome back to another episode of Cam and Focus Weekly. I'm Cam, and with me, as always, is Andrew. How are you this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. I forgot to tell you pre-show, but I went and saw Scream 7 yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Um,
how was that?
it, I don't think it's as bad as it's being made out to be, but it wasn't good either. It was just fine. It was mediocre. Um,
It was the seventh film in a franchise.
yeah, well, it wasn't even the original plans for Scream 7. So it was a lot of desperation writing and plot
Ugh,
points. But that's, I can get into that online,
yeah.
but I mean, it was enjoyable. It had its moments where it was good, but like you said, it's the seventh movie in a franchise. It's hard to be completely original with some of the stuff.
Yeah.
um
There's only so many ways that you can make a slasher movie
right,
different.
yeah. So anyway, but I saw Scream 8 is going to be filming in the fall, so
Uh-huh. Oh,
hopefully that's good. I hope they can, you know
kind of take the lessons learned from this one,
yeah, because this is
hopefully.
definitely one of the weaker movies in the franchise. Um, but I mean, I'm not like a super fan by any means. I just watched all the movies for the first time leading up to this, so it's not like I'm super knowledgeable and everything.
Mhm.
But no, I mean, I thought it was fine. So anyway, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was okay. It was busy.
Mhm.
It was whoa.
Ah,
Oh my God. What is happening? Okay.
madness.
Jeez, here we go. Yeah, it was it was both mine and my wife's anniversary as well as her birthday
Nice.
this past weekend. So we definitely had a lot to do. Um I'm tired. I don't want to go to work tomorrow, but
Yeah.
anyways, so this week I'm gonna see if I can move this down a little bit. I'm way too high up in the frame. There we go. Yes, this week we're talking about Cape Fear, which was a 1991. Is that what it
Yes.
was?
Hmm.
1991 film from Martin Scorsese. Which, if you don't know who he is, I
What are
truly
you
don't
doing?
know. Yeah,
Get out of
do,
here.
do you even film, bro? Um,
Have you even seen Megalopolis?
oh my God, that's not Scorsese.
Oh, oops.
That's Francis Ford Coppola.
I get their movies mixed up all the time. It's
Oh,
insane.
that is more blasphemous than I can even begin to describe.
All right, I'm out of here.
Oh, there's Michael. Come on, there we go.
Nice setup, man.
Hello.
I cannot hear either one of you.
Oh
This
no!
is
Really?
great.
Get out and get back in. Get out, get back
He
in.
can't hear us. So he doesn't know.
Get out
Emu.
and then get back in.
Be like an emu. And by the way, I gotta say, just real quick,
I can't hear either one of you. Hang on.
the last
Let me
show we
leave and
did-
come back.
Quest for the Mighty Sword
Yeah.
did really well view wise. It's up to just over 50 views. So
Yeah, I saw.
shout out to everyone watching, because that's a random movie.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, out of all the movies that we did, we did
Yeah.
Thunderbolts, we've done John Wick, we've done action movies in general, we've done
Robert Eggers. We've done
out of everything that we've done over the last year, it's freaking Quest for the Mighty Sword that racks up views.
It's like our top three, I think, is
Civil War,
Kroll, Civil
yep.
War, and then
And
now
now
Quest for the
this.
Mighty Sword. It's such a random assortment of
Such a
movies.
weird hodgepodge of material.
I
Michael,
have
can
no
you hear
idea
us
why
now?
I can't hear you guys.
Oh no!
I wonder if your audio. Well, he can't hear me, so I can't. Help him. I was gonna say on his settings,
plug it back in.
his audio output settings on here may be wrong. Sometimes Streamlabs is weird with that, but
Oh.
can't, so. But I
I
can't
mean,
help.
I can barely navigate a calendar.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out computers is way beyond me.
Oh, I know. Especially when it comes to all this technical stuff, it's like you have to find a setting to get to another setting to get to another setting. Yeah.
Oh, but
There
don't
we
mess with
go.
this. Oh, can you hear us
There we
now?
go. I can hear you now. Okay.
Awesome.
It's been a minute since I've come on to Streamlabs on my computer, so settings have been wonky. What's up,
Yeah.
guys?
What's up?
You
What's up?
good?
This movie was
Great.
It
interesting.
it was something. Yeah, we're
was
okay. So
something.
yes, we're talking about Cape Fear, which is actually I mean, yeah, I think it's a remake of a movie from
Nine,
the 60s.
yeah, 1962. I was looking it up.
Yeah.
And it's funny enough, there's a show coming out on Apple TV later this year that's a remake of Cape Fear.
Oh, how fun.
I was like, okay.
I mean, do you really need a remake at this point? I mean, what
Right.
more do you have to tell? But I mean, whatever.
Yeah. And I don't think they can really go as far as this movie goes.
Well, you said Apple TV?
Listen, as long as
Yeah.
as long as there's not as long as De Niro isn't in it doing a really bad Southern accent, like
Oh, I do declare. Student athletes. Oh, that's brilliant, sir.
Here's the thing: the entire movie, he is dressed and like he looks and acts just like a New Yorker, like he typically is.
Yeah.
But he sounds like he comes from the backwoods of Kentucky. I do declare.
He comes from Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia, sweet Georgia.
Yeah. Well, I will say, I mean, even despite how kind of silly the accent was, I will say that this is just kind of another role that Robert De Niro kind of disappeared into. I mean, as it went on, I almost stopped seeing Robert De Niro, which I mean, it is definitely a testament to his acting. But I really got to say, I mean, I've seen my share of Scorsese films, and this one didn't do it for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not top tier Scorsese, but I will say if this movie is on the lower end of your filmography, you have a legendary filmography.
Oh, 100%.
You know,
I mean that this isn't a bad movie. But, you know, it's just as I was watching it and I was waiting to connect with the characters. I was waiting to really really get that hook, and I just didn't get that.
I agree.
And for me, it was very much. It took me a second to realize what was happening, because they very much the whole like show don't tell. There was a lot of that. But there might have been a little too much of that. Like there is so much like you have to tell us some things. Like I was probably a good quarter of the way into the movie before I realized, like, oh, he was the public defender for him, and that's where the connection is. I was just like, what the? I'm like, this dude's just mean mugging this random asshole in a bar. Like,
well, and that's the thing too, is is that as much as De Niro goes into the gray area of morality and legality, so does the family, specifically like Nick Nolte. He kind of gets into that gray area of like, would you do it any different kind of thing. And so it does make it, I think, a little bit hard to connect with the family in that way. What's happening to them is awful. You know, I wouldn't want that on anyone. A guy stalking you and not technically doing anything, but he's just there.
Terrorizing you. I mean,
exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, and not really having any one character to really connect with, in my opinion, really worked to this film's detriment, because the movie starts with De Niro, and he's not a good guy, you know, and so and knowing the things that he has done, that he is doing, that he does, obviously he's not meant to be the character that you're supposed to root for, but you can't really root for the father of this family either. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You're kind of stuck in the middle of something. Like, you don't want bad things to happen to these people, but at the same time, it's like you don't really care if they do, because the movie doesn't establish these characters as people to care about.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we don't really spend a lot of time with the family before De Niro meets them again, and so there's no time to really build up a connection with them, and especially once you learn about what Nick Nolte did when he was the attorney for De Niro, someone with De Niro's mindset, you start to kind of understand where he's coming from, even though what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah.
You
So,
know.
well, for the sake of our audience, what did Nick Nolte do to
So
De Niro?
basically, my understanding was the
he-
girl that was accusing De Niro of, what he did,
Yeah.
basically came forward with evidence or a paper or a written statement that basically said, no, he didn't do this. And Nick Nolte, having seen the girl, knew that he did it and did not bring forward that statement.
It was a little more nuanced, or not nuanced than that. It was proven that the girl had a promiscuous lifestyle,
Oh, that's great.
which
Yeah.
which basically, if anybody knows anything about court proceedings, you don't have to prove somebody innocent. You just have to do it beyond the shadow of a doubt. And that would have absolutely cast that shadow of a doubt on whether or not the man had done it. So yeah, it was very like Nick Nolte's character very much was like, this guy did it, but what he did was absolutely like, he buried evidence is what he did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, with that being said, I mean, on the one hand, you kind of get it, but on the other hand, it's just it's so kind of muddled in political, well, not political, but just the crap of the justice system. And
Yeah.
and when Robert De Niro comes out of jail and he starts talking about the things that he learned while he was in jail and stuff, you kind of feel like he knows a bit more about it than Nick Nolte does.
Yeah.
the the scene in the kitchen where
Yeah. That was Steven Spielberg's idea, actually, because he produced the movie.
okay,
Or at least his production company did, and it was his suggestion to have De Niro
who else?
and
who
the
else produced this movie?
outfit. Mhm.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, worst
no.
movie ever! Decanonize it.
This is the Last Jedi of Martin Scorsese movies.
Maybe that's why it didn't hit with you, Cam,
What's that?
because it was a Kathleen Kennedy film.
Oh, I don't care about Kathleen Kennedy. That's not my.
I'm just
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
But
gonna
I
say
think
I'm not somebody who's calling for her downfall or anything like that. I truly don't care.
Yeah. But I will say one positive that I did like about the movie is that it did a good job of being kind of raw and real, like authentic, and the way it was written and the way that the characters interact with each other.
Yeah,
the point
it all
where
felt very natural.
Yeah, the standout scene to me of the entire movie, not to jump around too much, is in the auditorium between Danielle and Caddy, because that scene was shot 3 times, but they used the first take of the scene that's in the movie, which I think adds to that, because it's 10 minutes long, which I didn't even realize that when I first watched it, because that's when I was really invested in the movie, was that scene, because it kind of slows things down, and you start to see. I was just going to say, you start to kind of see Caddy's real intentions, because he very much could do something in that scene, and he kind of starts to cross the line a bit, and then he comes back, and that's when you realize that, oh, he's just going to terrorize this family, and because he does do a really weird thing, but definitely could have done more.
Well, here's the thing. That was absolutely him. Could he have forced himself upon her? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I think from what I understood of the character, it's not so. It's more the thrill he gets out of manipulating somebody into that position. And so I think what we were seeing is him using tactics, like almost like grooming tactics, to get her to be like, see, I'm not such a bad guy,
and she believes it because of
dude,
the next scene with her dad.
It's so effective. That was one thing of the movie I was just like, oh, because it gives you the creeps, and it's supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
this
that
movie
definitely
creeped
is
me out.
one scene
Yeah.
that really that really did have me kind of gripped, and I actually went back because
Mhm.
after I watched it and the movie was finally over, I went back to that scene in particular, and I just kind of scrolled through it. It's
Mhm.
like 9.5 minutes of nothing but shot reverse shot, and
Yeah.
somehow it stays
Mhm.
enthralling.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was a scene that stuck with me after watching it because I was like, that's really where kind of the stakes are set with his level of manipulation, and he's very much given off the implication of like, I'm doing this because I can. Like I'm
Yeah,
not, you know what I mean? And even the scene earlier in the movie with the girl that works with Nick Nolte, like they can't like she's not going to speak out on him that he did it because of the embarrassment of it all, which I get, but he kind of uses that too as manipulation towards Nick Nolte because he's like, hey, look, you didn't tell your wife about this lady, but I know about her. And I'm gonna go after her, and he's just like cherry picking. Like I'm just gonna go after
yeah,
everyone you love to the point where you don't have anyone left.
yeah.
You know, and that was done very well throughout the movie.
I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of rolled my eyes a bit whenever it's still kind of towards the beginning of the movie. The family buys like lunch at a diner or something,
Mm,
and when he goes up to pay, she says, "Oh, it's been taken care of by that guy out there." And like he looks and sees him sitting in his car. He looks away, looks back, and the car's gone. I was like,
yeah,
"Oh, come on!"
yeah, yeah. Movie magic, you know.
I mean that's the equivalent of like the spooky guy standing across the street and then disappearing when a
Yeah,
bus drives by.
yeah,
I mean that's I was like, oh really? That's just too hammy for me, even for Scorsese.
yeah, yeah. That was funny. It adds to the, you know.
The mysticism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
I,
liked the score of this movie. I thought that added a lot to it, like
it was
the like
more
the
bombastic
yeah.
than I was expecting.
Mhm.
I I feel like the movie would have been a lot more interesting, at least for me, if like I feel like the turning point of the movie should have been when the dad decides to go through with the, put a hit on the guy, like beating the crap out of him.
Yeah.
I feel like what should have happened. I, this is just my perspective of it. I think it would have made it for a much more interesting film if like he ends up accidentally getting the guy killed, and then now he is on the other end of the
Ooh.
of the law of it,
Yeah.
and now the movie is him trying to defend himself for his wrongdoings, and
Yeah.
it was just there was that moment of he's getting jumped by three guys, and he just
Right.
fucking he just
The
beats
prison fights kicked in, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, and then he's just like, "Is that you?" He's calling out to the guy, and then he's just like, who cares?
That was
You're
another
there enough."
trope. Like what Cam mentioned that made me go, okay, really? Like he walks up almost to the dumpster and is like, I guess not. And then
Yeah.
walks off. I'm like, take two more steps. And Nick Nolte
Yeah.
is going.
It's the raptor looking through the kitchen shelving, and the
Yeah.
kids are right there, but it doesn't see them.
You know the most confusing part about this movie for me is not about the movie itself. It's about why Walmart had this in the Love Hurts section for Valentine's Day. I want to know because that's how I found it.
Oh man!
I was like, so I almost didn't think this movie was as dark as it was going
Andrew,
into it.
you okay, buddy? You've been looking through the Love Hurts section a little too much.
I call it Blu-ray deals, and so
Fair enough.
yeah. But I just was like, all right. You know?
Andrew's just in the middle of Walmart on fucking Valentine's Day. Love Hurts.
Oh man!
Don't give away my
Crying over
secrets. I think he's
crying
watching
over
me.
Yeah, you just walk up in the Hallmark store and it's like, okay, I want to. You talk to the cashier. You say, I want to get a Valentine's card for my girlfriend, but I want it to convey a certain vibe. Oh, what kind of vibe? And you just slowly slide the DVD across the counter.
Is this clear? You know,
The cashier's eyes turn black, and she's like, "Follow me."
Oh
you
my
say I'm the Max Cady to your Danielle or something.
Oh God, that's
no.
that. I really don't
No,
want that
no.
analogy just out there in the open like that. That kind of gives
It's
me the
so different.
heebie-jeebies.
It's so different than slipping the Blu-ray across. But you know, that's honestly what the movie does so well. Is it gives you the creeps, and Katie really,
Yeah,
like, he gets on your nerves, especially at the 4th of July scene where he's there, and as the audience, you just it's annoying. You're like, get out. And I honestly probably would react the same way that Nick Nolte does, but Katie does a good job of, like, the people around her like, what's this guy doing? He's just attacking this guy, and that's part of the manipulation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. But
well, but the part of the reason, or one thing that makes Katie such a strange antagonist to have around is, and this is something we've seen more of a lot lately. Is
Mhm.
he's definitely very evil, but he's also very well spoken.
Yeah.
I mean he's not a good guy, but he is still extremely intelligent.
Mhm.
Um, and so you find it hard uh to imagine how this family is going to get out of this situation up against a guy who clearly has all the bases covered.
Yeah, and because he knows his way around the legal system so well, he is sort of covering those gray areas,
Yeah,
and by not crossing the line, he's crossing the moral line, but he's not crossing that gray line. And so Nick Nolte doesn't have anything on him. You
yeah,
know, if anything, Katie has more on him because of the stuff that he buried, and Katie, especially once we find out that he knows, that adds another sort of layer to the story there. Because I'm starting to think, oh, this, what are they going to do? Like, how are they going to stop him? You know,
yeah,
because if they kill him, and then it's found out that they killed him because he uncovered Barry evidence, then that looks even worse on them.
yeah.
You know, so
It's weird. Okay, see, I know Nick Nolte originally from the first Hulk movie that starred
he is in that. Ed Norton.
Eric Bana and all them,
Oh
and Jennifer
wow.
Oh
Connelly.
yeah, that Hulk. Yeah, yeah. Wow, I
Yeah,
forgot he did that.
he played David Banner,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
who became the Elemental Man or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm used to him having the really gravelly voice. He sounds like he has throat cancer. And
Yeah.
then he shows up in this movie, and he's just talking normally. I'm like, this isn't Nick Nolte. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like culture shock.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I haven't seen him as much as I would like to, but yeah, like you said, hearing him, I've never seen him in a role this early, like this
Yeah,
early in his career. I don't know, I know he's acted a while, but like, yeah, I was like, oh, this. I had to keep reminding myself it was Nick Nolte.
yeah.
Um,
Well, and it's weird, you have all these actors that for specific things, and then you see like earlier movies in their career, and it almost doesn't seem like them. Like
yeah.
well, Robert De Niro, for example, the earliest films that I'd seen of him were things like uh uh Heat, and was it Reservoir Dogs that he was in, or was it
No,
Goodfellas?
Goodfellas. He was in
Yeah,
Goodfellas
Goodfellas.
and Casino.
Yes, and
Um,
Casino.
yeah.
And then this movie comes around, and I'm like, this really. I mean, I know that this is Robert De Niro because I'm looking
Yeah.
at him and I can hear him, but it doesn't seem like him, which is really weird.
The youngest movie I've seen him in, or the earliest in his career I can think of, is The Godfather Part 2.
Yeah,
I think he's Marlon Brando's younger version of his character. But even then, yeah, like this, I was like, oh yeah, that is De Niro. Because he's
yeah.
not quite the as spoken as he is. I know he's doing an accent, but
Well,
you
yeah.
know.
Did you ever watch the Huckleberry Finn movie that stars Elijah Wood and Courtney B. Vance?
I don't think so.
It's on Disney Plus. I'd highly recommend it if you
Okay.
haven't seen it. But
Mhm.
the actor who plays Huckleberry Finn's father in that movie is Ron Perlman, and
Oh,
Wow.
and that movie came out, I think, in 1992 or something like that. It was long before Lord of the Rings, and
Yeah, yeah.
I hadn't realized it at first, and I rewatched the movie a couple of years ago because I was like, oh, this is a movie from my childhood. I'll give it a
Mhm.
rewatch, and I loved it as an adult. But I'm like, holy shit, that's Ron Perlman. It's
Yeah.
Hellboy.
I did that with Spy Kids 3 a couple years ago. I'd seen it as a kid, and I knew some of the
Not
like the
Spy
adult.
Kids 3. No.
I knew some of
Spike
the
it.
like.
Okay, but answer me this: why did
Mhm.
Spy Kids have some of the greatest some of the best
Yeah.
paid actors in
Oh,
Hollywood?
100%.
That's what I was gonna say. Is a lot of the adult actors I knew as a kid, but going back, I was like, oh, Elijah Wood, Glenn Powell. Like there were a lot of these, and then
Steve Buscemi,
Steve
Bill
Buscemi.
Paxton, Antonio
Yeah.
Do you
Banderas.
think? Do
Salma
you think
Hayek.
God? Do you think God hides in heaven because he too is afraid of his own creation?
A lot, yeah. And
I'm a-
Back to the Future Part 2, Elijah Wood as a cameo as one of the kids in the diner plan, and then I was like, oh, that's Elijah Wood. I was like, oh, so
yeah,
cool. I never noticed that, but
yeah.
that is
Elijah
something
Wood as a
fun
kid
about.
is so crazy.
Yeah, and
Because he's like 40 something now, and
right.
I'm
You
thinking
know
like,
what though? I don't think he ever gave up the ring because he looks too good for his age.
Well, they say that Elijah Wood is like effectively blind, like he can't fucking
Oh
like
wow.
he needs glasses bad.
Oh.
A lot of the cast said that for Lord of the Rings in interviews, they were like, yeah, they're like Elijah Wood's got the prettiest fucking eyes in the world, and they're useless.
That's funny. But yeah, I like rewatch. That's one of the neat things about going back and rewatching movies is noticing actors that you didn't notice before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or either that, or watching a movie as an adult and really being able to appreciate the story.
Or the humor.
Another, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
another shining example. I recently, what was it? Just yesterday, the day before yesterday, I rewatched Anastasia from 1997, and
Still need to watch it.
as a kid, I'm like, oh, bright colors, songs,
Mhm.
fun, stuff like that. But as an adult, I'm like, holy crap, this is really good, like legitimately a good film. And
Yeah, I need to rewatch it. It's been a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good one. This movie, I don't know that it has much rewatchability with me.
No.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
there are some scenes in there. Okay, I have like a problem with watching sexual violence.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't.
me too.
I
It's
don't like.
gross.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I don't either. It's awful.
If it's implied within the story, then fine. Bad
Yeah.
things happen to people. I get it. If it's implied in the story, that's fine. But I don't want to see it. I don't want to
Right.
see someone forcing himself on someone else. I don't
Yeah.
like that. And I can watch a movie like this and appreciate, the acting. I can appreciate the
Mhm.
direction. I can appreciate, all aspects of the filmmaking process. But whenever I see stuff like that, oddly enough, it takes me out of the movie.
Mhm.
It makes me disconnect, not just on like a mental level, but just as a film. I don't. I just
Yeah.
completely it pulls me away.
No, I agree. And because I can understand wanting to really set the tone of the character, but you can also do that through telling. Like have a
Yeah.
character say, "Oh, he did this." It's the same issue I had when I first watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the David
Yeah.
Fincher movie. Great director. I love most of the movie, but there's the scene where the guy forces himself onto her, and it's really violent and everything, and it just it takes me out of it, and I don't like that stuff, and you could just as easily say it happened
Yeah.
and move on,
And
know?
I understand to some capacity a certain level of necessity that comes with showing you with showing you that happens to
Mhm.
somebody. But and while I get it narratively,
Yeah.
it kills any kind of rewatchability for me
Yeah.
because when I rewatch a movie, I don't want to have to. I don't want to find reasons to skip through it, And
Exactly.
with this one, I would. There are some areas I just wouldn't be able to watch.
I agree. And even as much as I loved the auditorium scene, as much as I thought that was great, as soon as he started putting his thumb in her mouth,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I get what they're doing narratively, but that is just weird. And
Yeah.
it just makes you go like you feel dirty watching it, I guess is the
Yeah.
best way to put it.
It,
And I don't want that when I'm watching a movie, you know.
it almost makes me have like a visceral response to it, which
Yeah.
on the one hand is probably what Scorsese wanted.
Right.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
I mean, most sensible people would react to something like that in that kind of negative way. But again, I can't go back and rewatch it. It's just
No.
it's
I
just
can't.
that it makes me
Yeah.
feel weird.
And like you said, I get what they're going for, and that's probably what they were shooting for. And it is, it's a thriller and all that jazz. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
that there are certain things that, and even if that didn't happen in the movie, because the type of story they're telling, that's not necessarily a movie that like you would see on your shelf or on Netflix. Let's just say, go, that's a fun time. Like
yeah,
I wanna do that. This is something where like 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road, if I have just completely forgotten what happens, I might rewatch it.
sure.
But I'm 3, 4 months down the road, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's put that down.
I watch Cape Fear every month. It's the best movie ever. And
Every month, try every
I'm
week.
sure to some it is the best movie ever. But because I
Right.
mean, there's an audience for everything. But I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
And this and I'm sure you agree, the issues I have with it doesn't take away from the quality of the movie itself. I still had a good time with it, and I think it's a great movie and the general story and the way it's told and the way it's acted and written. But there are
Yeah.
those few instances where I feel like maybe they could have said in a scene, like Nick Nolte explaining what happened and what he did. The scene with De Niro and the work friend easily could have just been said, "Oh, this just happened," and you could see her in the hospital instead of seeing what caused that. I guess is the best way to put it. But
What up, Dingus? Oh my goodness, called out.
boom.
I think he's just salty because I didn't call him out while I was on stream earlier.
Let it be known, Michael's a Fast and Furious fan.
I'm not a true cinephile because I haven't even seen Fast and Furious.
Specifically Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, well, Tokyo Drift is my favorite too, but just because my people are in it, so. Now, I've only ever seen like I think 2 Fast and Furious movies, and I think it was Tokyo Drift and 4. I don't recall seeing any of the other ones.
You didn't see when they went to space?
I will say the first 4. I would say the first 5. Once Fast 5 came out, that should have been the end, in my opinion. But anyway, the first 4 especially are, I would say, the best ones.
Gotcha.
Next topic episode, Fast and Furious.
Don't make me watch those movies. I really don't want to.
I don't have
Next topic episode, the first 4 Fast and Furious.
No, let me bring that up again. I've only seen Hobbs and Shaw. I haven't seen that one, but I have heard that as a spin-off, it's pretty fun.
I was gonna say, I've heard some of the movies are fun. I just haven't gotten around to them. They're not usually streaming somewhere that I have access to, and I don't want to spend money on the Blu-rays if they're just, eh.
I mean, if I want to watch The Rock and Jason Statham being The Rock and Jason Statham, I would just watch a Rock or Jason Statham movie.
Exactly.
Because I mean,
they're the same.
It's all the same shit.
Do you see Jason Statham is going to be playing in a movie as Jason Statham? Like he really is. I forgot what it's called. It was announced a couple weeks ago.
Well, there was a movie that came out a few years ago with Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal, where Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Oh, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I want to watch. That is a movie that I've been wanting to watch for a while. I've never gotten around to it. Isn't that the one
where they take like LSD and go for a drive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know the scene, the meme. There's a lot of memes from that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we can't say about this movie.
Yeah. I feel like this movie would have been much better on LSD.
No, it would have been so. Listen, there were times, especially near the end there, when they're like fighting on the boat. I'm just like sitting there, like, is it over yet? Like,
I actually thought the final part was really well done. Like De Niro just goes full on like
yeah,
crazy mode, and like when the daughter caught him on fire, I was like, yeah,
Oh, that was
like
pretty
that was
badass.
cool. Yeah,
it was
And
cool.
I thought that was the end of it. I was like, oh yes, he's on
I know
fire,
he
he's
said.
done. And then he
That's what
comes
I
back
mean.
and his
Like,
hair's a little messed up. I'm like, damn it.
And
that's
he's like
well, that's kind of
forehead
what I mean.
grew
Like,
like
there was
2
just like
inches.
it was just like, oh, he's on fire. Okay, he's dead now. It's like, nope, he's back again.
And then he starts speaking in tongues for the last like 5 minutes.
Yeah, like what the fuck was that?
Yeah. And then
I
he just slowly descends into the water like Gollum and Mordor, like
Or like Arnold in T2, just fucking
yeah. Because I just was like, okay, that's that we don't see a body, so is he dead? We don't know. We don't know how deep that lake is. It could just be like 10 feet, and then he just unties himself and
he was
Cape Fear too.
handcuffed.
I know, I'm kidding.
I mean, he unties himself from the handcuffs. Let me find the knot within this mechanism.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the family reunites on the shore, and then the movie just ends.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a weird thing. I will say it was kind of a letdown. It would have
Yeah,
been
like
nice to have a little bit more closure, I guess.
yeah, I mean the scene on the boat definitely dragged quite for a little bit,
Yeah.
but even with that being said, I still could have used with one like minute and a half long scene of them dealing with the aftermath in some way.
Yeah.
You mean like cleaning up their maid's body from their house? Like that was never real.
It would have been better than nothing.
Yeah. No, it was just that there was a whole, hey, is like, you made things worse for you by running, right? It's like, yeah, I know. And then like it's just never brought up again.
Well, and I did think it was interesting. I know they have like the river boat, but they chose to go like isolated. And I'm just thinking there's still a chance this guy comes and gets you. And obviously we didn't know that. So he rode underneath the car the whole time with his belt hooked. I'm like, okay. But like I would not isolate myself. I would stay in. It's like reverse thinking, because if he were to try something, there would probably be someone that would see it happen,
Right.
or at least hear the screams.
On the river, no one can hear you scream.
Yeah. And they're also dealing with the river beast coming towards them at the same time.
Oh my god.
Like,
Somebody call the best tutor in Rivertown, USA.
Neil, that would have been sick. You just see Neil Stewart like, I got it, or not today, Caddy.
Oh man.
All right, Danielle, did you finish your homework?
See that's the crossover event that we need right there. Somehow Cape Fear crosses over and don't let the river beast get you. That's the river cinematic universe.
Oh man, it would have made the ending cooler though. I mean, how
Yeah,
cool would
right,
it be to see
exactly.
the river beast
Oh.
grab Katie and go, oof.
That's it. He's the river beast. That's it. That's our movie.
God.
See, down beneath the surface of the water, he was bitten by a radioactive fish.
Now, you know what's funny though? I'm gonna rewatch River Beast and just think it's Max Katie the whole time. That would have been a cooler ending.
That'd be hilarious. Fan fiction confirmed.
Yeah, because it is a bit of annoying. I don't know if you'd call it a trope, but when a movie just kind of ends, like
Yeah.
I understand in general, like okay, the stories end, but there could have been, like we all said, just a little bit more there.
Yeah.
To kind of fully tie up everything. But maybe they ran out of film and that was all they could get. But
Well, I mean, this movie turned a pretty good profit. I mean, it was made with I think $50 million, and I think it grossed like 134 or something like that. So
I think that's right. I think I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it definitely made some money. So that this movie found an audience.
I forgot. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, but despite that though, I mean, I personally, just as a viewer, had a hard time connecting with it. It just ended up not being my cup of tea.
Yeah, well, and I know this was the first of a 2-film deal with Universal, I believe, that Scorsese had, because I think Casino was the next movie he did
Okay.
after this.
I'll watch Casino any day of the week.
You know, I surprisingly, and like I have it on DVD, but I haven't watched it yet. I've seen Goodfellas, which that movie's great, but Casino's always been one of those I'll get to, like I need to see all the Scorsese De Niro movies.
Yeah.
I've seen most of them, but I
Yeah.
I think it's Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, and The Irishman are the 3 that I still need to see, but I've seen the rest.
Definitely catch Casino when you can. I mean, where else are you going to get to see Joe Pesci stab some guy in the neck?
YouTube,
Apparently,
probably.
Casino.
I'm sure somebody can AI it somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, have Joe Pesci stab like Goku or something in the neck.
Well, that'd be cool.
Well, hey, Grog.
Right.
Oh no. Generate an image of Joe Pesci stabbing Goku.
Generate
Oh,
an
man.
image.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, yeah, I liked this movie. Don't get me wrong. It was a good movie. It's not one that I'll rewatch though. I mean, even as a Scorsese film, I mean, because his films can be dense.
Yeah.
If it felt simultaneously like it was going for too much, at the same time it felt kind of bare bones.
You know what, I agree, and not against whoever wrote it, but yeah, there were times where I agree, where you thought the movie was going a certain way. I think we got an image from Michael here, or a video.
So it's not quite exact, but I mean,
Oh, the glare is really bad. Oh my god.
Oh jeez. Make that the new wallpaper in our chat. I'm telling you.
This is the other one. Hang on.
Well, that's American Goku.
I was gonna say, is that Goku or like
Ukog?
Yeah. Mark Dacascos or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I need to do a ranking of the Scorsese films I've seen. This would probably be on the lower end.
Sure.
That does not mean, like you said, that it's a bad movie. I still, even with the few issues I had, I still thought it was a really good movie. I can see myself rewatching it down the road. Like I said, if I ever look back, I'm like, oh, I completely forgot what that was. But yeah, I could have done without some of the scenes that kind of crossed the line a bit.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. I mean, it would definitely be a little lower on my list as well. But I mean, with that being said, that's like me saying, this burger is really great, but I could do without this one condiment.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But I mean, up at the top, it's kind of skirting the line. I mean, Casino is my favorite Scorsese film, absolutely. But just a hair below that, like I'm talking a minuscule baby step below that, is Silence.
Ooh, okay, that's what I need to see.
I adore that movie. Freaking Andrew Garfield and Adam Driver, incredible.
Oh, I didn't know he directed. Okay, I gotta look this up.
Yeah, definitely. It's about Spanish missionaries who go to Japan to try and bring Christianity over to the Japanese, and it's historical fiction. That the Christian missionaries way back then were heavily persecuted in Japan. And I'm not Christian myself, but I still connect with the movie on such a human level that it's it's such a raw emotional movie, and it's my second favorite performance from Andrew Garfield, just below him as
Spider-Man.
Dawes.
Richard Dawes.
Hacksaw Ridge. There it is. My God.
I thought that was the movie we were talking about. I haven't seen that, but I
Desmond Dawes. That was a character's name.
Desmond
yes.
Dawes. Yeah. Who the fuck is Richard Dawes? I've heard that name before. That was what came to my mind.
Your mom.
You know what? The name sounds familiar too. Let me look
Oh,
at.
I'm sure there's somebody famous or moderately famous named Richard Dawes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's like. But
or maybe you're thinking of Rachel Dawes from the Dark Knight trilogy.
maybe.
yeah, Richard is
The only Richard Dawes I see is there was a writer and there's an educationalist.
That's who
An
it is.
educationalist.
Yeah.
Where I come from, we call that a teacher.
I was Imagine, that's just to make it sound like I don't want to say a smarter job because teachers are smart, but it's like I don't even know.
More
like,
sophisticated job.
Sophisticated, yeah.
So a funny example is I was a truck unloader for 5.5 years, but the actual term for that job is called a lumper. But I would say I'm not a lumper. I am a freight handling specialist.
That's like a DoorDash driver saying they travel for work.
You know what I used to say? You know what I used to say when I used to work at a gas station? I said that I handled fiscal transactions for a multi-million-dollar corporation.
I was a cashier.
I was the cashier at a town farm gas station. I was responsible for fiscal transactions at a multi-million-dollar corporation.
Oh, that's funny.
That how you get the
Not
ladies?
untrue.
Cam the lumper. I was, I worked that job for a very long time, and truck unloading is mundane work, and it's hard work on the body, but I took so much pride in it. I was really good at what I did.
That's one of those jobs that is underappreciated, I would say.
Could have been worse.
I didn't even know they were called a lumper, so you learn something. That's the word of the
Yeah.
day. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Could be worse. You instead of a lumper, you could have been a fluffer.
Is that a term you learned in prison or something?
I don't know what that means.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is either. Care to clue us in?
Sure. After stream.
That
Cam
bad,
after
huh?
dark.
Okay.
It'll be for Cam after dark.
Does it involve running eyeliner?
Not typically.
Okay.
I did want to say something real quick that's more on a positive note here about the tattoo. Whoa, cat's butt. About the tattoos on De Niro. I forgot what's they used to put them on, but they lasted for a couple months after production was done before they faded away. I will say they did a good job of making them look like prison
tattoos.
Yeah.
Like they
look like they were drawn on with Sharpie.
Yeah. And I couldn't tell if I was supposed to look at him or read him. So,
well, both, I assume.
That was a line in the movie.
But I mean that there's really only so much subtlety that you can inject into tattoos based on revenge. It's like him having hate across his knuckles.
Yeah. Yeah. And the funniest thing too is, well, I've felt stupid because I was about to say, where did he get the outfit for the maid or the wig at least? Because the outfit he would have just gone off of the dead maid, but no, because she was fully clothed. So where did he get the outfit and the wig?
Maybe she has the maid's closet.
Yeah,
the prop department, the wardrobe department.
Yes. Well, let's see. Who was the costume department in this movie? I probably got it from that person.
Yeah, I call it the
Spencer's
troll.
over there, like, I don't need sleep. I need answers.
I call that is something that I like to call in the film industry the Kroll effect, where you just go,
you just kind of poo-poo it away.
Like, don't worry about
But Andrew, isn't that corrupt?
It's betraying the people's trust.
We made it for 49 minutes without a Neil Breen reference, and Michael, you just freaking destroyed any hope that I had of making it through one stream. Damn
At least it wasn't me. At least it wasn't me.
No, see, here's the thing. You guys don't understand that you've introduced me to the world of Neil Breen, and now I will never let you forget that
What
you've
a world!
introduced
You
me
know what, Michael?
to the world of Neil Breen.
You're in the same boat as me because Cam introduced me to the world of Neil Breen,
Well,
and I've
you know
never
what's
let him
funny?
forget it. And then
You know
I've
what's
introduced
funny?
Michael.
I was like, you know what's funny? Andrew actually sent me a like or not a collage, really, like a collection, a mashup of clips of Neil Breen to deter me from watching it. I'm just like, this just makes me want to fucking watch it.
It was a Space Ice video, which, by the way, Cam, you've got me hooked on their channel. That channel's great.
Oh,
But it
Space
was,
Ice? Yes.
yeah. I know. I suffer from a Neil Breen addiction where I have to say Neil Breen every Sunday. But it was the Neil Breen versus
Every
Steven Seagal.
Sunday.
Yeah. Um,
Fateful Findings is the Neil Breen mega blockbuster hit
blockbuster
movie where he showed the world.
You know what's funny? I make the mistake of like watching those videos while I'm sitting down to eat, whether it's breakfast or lunch or whatever, and within like 5 seconds, I'm already choking on my food because I'm laughing, and I'm like,
Oh
I
my!
can't eat 'em.
And he's done like every Steven Seagal movie, and I want to make like a drinking game out of every time Space Ice describes a thing, but then hits you with the but then oh shit, but son of a bitch.
I tried watching this video that he did on Attack Force, but I had trauma from watching that movie, so I couldn't finish the video. I was like, I can't. I have trauma.
Oh god.
Especially like when like he mentioned like Steven Seagal's stunt double, so he's like, Steven Seagal can't even bother to go upstairs, and then he opens the door and he hits the dead guy, and he's like, that guy's an inconvenience in Steven Seagal's detective plan, you know.
But then holy shit.
Like Netflix are so good with their dry humor that it just makes me die laughing, like to the point where my stomach hurts.
I feel like someday some studio is going to look at the works of Neil Breen and go, I bet if we gave this guy a budget, he could do some real work. Like Universal or somebody is gonna like give him an actual like production budget, like 30, 50 million dollars or something like that. And they're just gonna be like,
I would love that.
Be free, my child. Like, could you guys imagine if he did if Neil Breen released a blockbuster hit just because all this time all he needed was a production budget?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You want to talk about dark, like not sort of like Cape Fear dark. In one of his newer movies, he's doing this thing where it's like he's role playing with like this girl or whatever. Like we don't know that it's role playing, and then we come to find out that it's like his sister or something like that. Like his girlfriend or something like that, and then he kills her, and I'm like, where the heck did that plot line come from?
Oh no. See, here's the thing: if he has an actual production budget, he can hire actual writers.
Right? I will end you.
Yeah, he needs writers and actors and a script.
Director.
Okay. What's
and
funny?
A good idea, and
one thing that made me literally spit out what I was eating, I can remember it because I was watching Space Ice's video on Double Down, and he was showing the clip where they shoot his fiance while they're naked in a public pool, according to the stock footage. And when she reacts like this, he goes, "Geez." Like your fiance is shot randomly in a pool, and he goes, "Oh, geez." Like what?
Oh man! Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I love that channel so much.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what introduced me to it. I think it was a Steven Seagal movie, but I don't know. I mean, who even cares at that point? It's just It's become part of the algorithm in such a way that it blends in with the rest of it.
The funny thing about Seagal, especially with his direct to DVD movies, that
like 90% of his movies,
that are just randomly on Tubi, is I'll scroll through them because I'm like, you know what? Let's just see if I want to watch the Steven Seagal movie, and I go through them and I'm like, this is the same movie, just with a different title. Like he's doing the same stuff in every movie, and like Neil Breen, and it's like who was funding these movies? Like he just did one with. I think it was Mike Tyson a couple years ago, like the Chinese man or something like that. And it's like, how is he still getting work? I think I even looked at his IMDb, and he is still has projects that are coming out.
Jesus.
And I'm like, how? I need to verify, since we've fully moved over to Seagal.
I was say this
has,
is just like,
oh, he's got one upcoming movie called Order of the Dragon. It is in pre-production. After after a mission ends badly, a ruthless hitman is given one last shot to eliminate the last member of the notorious Order of the Dragon. His character name is Mason Riker.
Wow, what a manly name. Was Lieutenant Big Balls already taken?
There's actually another character named that in the movie, so
oh well, great.
Oh, okay. Oh my
Lieutenant
God.
Long Dong.
No, Long Dong is the name of one of the Chinese assassins.
Right.
Cut.
Well, now that we've completely gone off the rails here, I think we can go ahead and call it for tonight. But I mean, yeah. So Cape Fear, good movie. Not my cup of tea, unfortunately. Probably won't watch it again, but I am still glad that I did. I mean, Scorsese, of course.
Yeah.
And I feel like, based on this conversation, I feel like we all kind of feel the same.
Yeah. I've liked more than I didn't, but you got to be. I think this type of thriller movie, you have to be like in the right headspace and mood to watch it, and that's not kind of have to get in that headspace. So yeah, it'll be a while before I rewatch it. So,
yeah. I got to go cleanse my palate by watching Collateral or something.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, what do we have for shameless plugs, Michael? What's our week looking like?
Well, I know that tomorrow night we are going to be doing some Trails of Conspiracy over on the Tabletop Lounge, as well as I stream pretty much every night now.
Nice.
I stream different video games at the ROTM Gaming. That's my Twitch. So yeah, that's my shameless plug.
All right,
go follow me.
And how about you, Andrew? What's going on this week?
Yeah. Real quick, I gotta agree with Spencer. He says cleanse palate by watching Quest for the Mighty Sword.
No.
Yeah.
I will not. I will not.
No.
Spencer, I will find you. I will hunt you down.
With the Mighty Sword.
Andrew, I will find you. I will hunt you down.
Ha.
See, you are the suburban family to Michael's, Max Cady.
I was gonna say I go look up my blinds real quick, and I just see Michael standing in the street,
sitting on my yard wall, just looking at me with fireworks behind me.
Yeah, joke's on you. I don't have a yard wall. Oops.
Is that jokes on me, or is that just?
Oh man! But over on Feast of Phantoms tomorrow night from Monday, we are returning to Jessica Jones after completing our Wonder Man review, which I do highly recommend to both of you if you haven't already checked it out. It was a great self-contained story in the MCU that you don't really have to have seen anything else. I mean, even if you haven't, Iron Man 3 helps, but even if you haven't seen it, they cover the gap there. But we're back with Jessica Jones season 3. I believe it's episode 5. It's either episode 5 or 6. But I think it's episode 5. And then on the Cantina Happy Hour on Thursday night, we are finishing off season 3 of Clone Wars. I forget the name of the arc, but it's with the Wookiees. I don't remember what the name of the arc is, but it's just a 2-parter that finishes season 3. So very much looking forward to that. And then kind of just a personal shameless plug. I saw Scream 7 yesterday, so I'll be putting out a review on Letterboxd at some point, either later today or tomorrow. Plus, I rank a lot of movies, director filmographies, franchises, great list. I believe my handle is Andrew Talks Film, so if you're interested in checking out my detailed one-liner reviews. Go check it out over there. So yeah, a lot of fun.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode of Cam and Focus Weekly. Thank you, fellas, very much for joining me. Next week, we're due for a topic episode, and Andrew, you had put forward the idea of doing a Robert Duvall retrospective because he passed away fairly recently, I believe, and I agree. I think it might be fun to kind of go back and take a look at his work.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rewatch a couple of my favorites of his movies throughout the week. So,
and then the week after that is going to be. Are we due for a bad movie, or was this?
No, because Quest for the Mighty Sword is the bad movie.
Okay,
we just didn't know it.
I gotcha.
Would you want to do? Would you classify this as good or great?
I classify it as good.
Yeah.
So then, do we want to do great? We could fit in a great movie.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, well, we can do a great movie next week, and then the week after, we have our bad movie week. Obviously, I'm not going to make you guys watch another episode in the ATOR series, but
let me go to Tubi because I had put on my watch list some movies we had mentioned. Cam, there was a samurai movie that
I was going to say, did you put in the Clones of Bruce Lee?
I did. Let me find my watch.
Oh, that still tickles me so much.
Andrew, be gentle. I'm still getting over ATOR.
No, don't worry. These on my list.
Listen, at least make it one of those Tubi movies where it's like the sound.
No Tubi originals.
I dig this.
Bye, Spencer. The Swordsman. Was
no more swords. Damn. No more swords.
Well, that one in particular is a Korean revenge film, I think.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's not another Quest for the Mighty Sword, I promise.
Yeah, Cam and I had mentioned that. I mean, we can make that the week after Robert Duvall if you want.
Here's the thing though. I don't know if it's a great movie or not. I mean, for all I know, it could be terrible. So
that's a good point. Maybe we should hold out on that one. We could think on it if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But for now, we will do Robert Duvall for next Sunday, and we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you everybody for joining us, and everyone who participated in the chat. Everybody have a wonderful week. We will see you next week. Like and subscribe, all that shit. Have a great night.